Okay, nice, nice. So let's dig into the demo proper here. I didn't realize I was just clicking on arcade to see. I thought it was gonna like say something, and it was like, oh, just dive right in. So yeah, I started a file earlier. I'm gonna just start a brand new file so we can see everything from the top. Because yeah, the pixel art, the music, just kind of the opening setting here is just awesome. Like I really love even just like every little detail about this game. I love like even just the little like button bouncing on the side on the bottom right corner. You know, like letting you know to progress the text or whatever. Like everything about this game has so much like character or expressiveness to it. It's really, really cool stuff.
Lou does a fantastic job with all that.
Yeah, and Lou, are you doing all the art, you mean, then? Or
I'm doing most of the pixel art. We've had a few people who have come on to help us as well during some various parts, but now we're kind of in the section where it's all stuff I'm very particular about, so it's hard for me to pass that out. So we don't have any additional assistant pixel artists right now.
Okay, nice. And I know you, like, we've got obviously both of you here, and I think you mentioned you have two others that are kind of on the main kind of core team.
Yeah. So we've got John. He's our music guy. We actually do have another guy who has done some additional music for us right now. You're actually listening to one of his songs.
Nice.
That's Fail Positive.
Oh, yes. I love Fail Positive's music. I'm trying to think. There's a game that they did the music for that I'm drawing a blank on. Sprout, maybe? Does that ring a bell?
That sounds right.
I'm almost positive it's Sprout, but if it's not, there's definitely a game where I was like, oh, this music is amazing.
He's very good and very prolific in the indie space. He's got his hands in a lot of games.
Yeah.
And those games are in good hands.
yeah. It's almost like when you see like when there's certain like composers or pixel artists or whatever, when you see like, oh, it's almost like, oh, this game has like their stamp of approval on it. Like I'm down. Like I know it's gonna be good basically. Like if they're willing to contribute their music to this project, it's gotta be good stuff.
Yeah. So our other person is Crystal Sugar Stars, who does our concept art and our
big old beautiful digital art pieces.
Yeah, which we were talking about earlier, like the music or the music. I'm just like sidetracked thinking while I play. But yeah, the art is just awesome for all of like the, I don't know. I always like feel like a lot of that stuff can be a little generic looking these days, and like I feel like all the artwork for all of your games and stuff just always catch my eye. Like, oh yeah, I need this in my life. Like I want to play this instantly. And it gives like a really good like. Did I pick up this item? Oh, here we go.
You gotta press. Yeah, there you go.
Up to pick it up. Yeah, there we go. Scarf it down. Yes. Love that balloon.
We'll patch that sign in there one day.
Yeah, there is a sign there now in the
on
the
our
iterations. Yeah, the iterations past this demo.
Yeah, and I really love this world map touch. Number one, I really like how you can like walk freely on it, and like there's clearly like, okay, there's more to explore off to the right here. But I think you still have to play these levels in order, or at least maybe there'll be some branching paths down the line. But for now, it seems like I have to play level 1 first. But and here's that opening cutscene a little bit again. And I love that little pterodactyl that comes and swoops in. Just yeah, all the characters, like even just this like chuckle, like I love the decision to like, I don't know, like to me it feels like you're going for like a kind of Game Boy Color kind of feel, but definitely not going for like it needs to be strictly, you know, the resolution and the, you know, color limitations. Maybe you are using the color limitations, I don't know, but
vertically we are on limitations, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Which we suffer with a lot.
Yeah.
It's we kind of pick and choose what limitations we put on ourselves, but more than anything, we're just trying to kind of have the feel of those kinds of games without getting too lost in the restrictions.
Yeah, I think that's the right approach. Like, I think that's what, you know, even like, not to use like the most obvious example, but you know, with Shovel Knight, like, you know, it kind of just nailed that. Like, it feels like playing the old retro games. It doesn't necessarily have to feel exactly like it, you know, and have everything match perfectly. It doesn't have to be able to run on the NES, you know, but it still feels like playing an NES game. You know, it feels just like I remembered it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
same thing here. Actually, to be honest, much better, because a lot of those Game Boy Color games, as great as they are, especially with like a game that was, you know, if there was a game that had expressive platforming like this, and this I couldn't figure out the first time how to get down here. Little
Definitely can.
little sliderino here, I think. So, oh shoot. Okay, hold on. There we go. There we go. I was like, I knew I didn't collect this rose last time. Shoot, and I lost my train of thought. I do that a lot, and I'll definitely be doing that while we like converse and as I play here.
You're good.
But yeah,
I'm just as bad.
Yeah, but I just really love I think what I was saying is like the screen real estate, especially like as soon as you press the sprint button, it's like, oh, the camera, like I was saying earlier, just starts like scrolling ahead, kind of like almost anticipating your movements. And that, you know, there can be once in a while where it's like, oh, I want to turn around and like maybe I'm like I don't know what's right behind me and I want to wait a second for the camera to adjust, but like. Yeah, playing like anything, like there's pretty much no way that you could play a game that had this expressive of controls on a screen the size of a Game Boy. In my opinion, it would just be impossible.
We'll also have 2 extra buttons here, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's
more
true,
than that.
yeah.
4, if you count the triggers.
Oh yeah,
and
triggers
stuff.
and stuff. Yeah, true.
The shoulder buttons.
I was just thinking the base like circular buttons. I wasn't even thinking about triggers.
Yeah, is this this little break the targets, little Smash Brothers influence maybe?
Yeah.
Nice. That's still, I never have gotten into really any of the other Smash games, but I really enjoyed playing like all those like race modes and break the targets and stuff in the original Smash Brothers.
Yeah, the original and Melee both were really interesting games.
Yeah. I really like how when you throw Chime is the character's name, right?
Yeah.
How you have to like they just keep going until you call them back, you know. And I like how you can just call them back, or they obviously will bounce off something. But yeah, it just feels, I feel like I'm playing in slow motion here. Oh shit! As I jump into a pit.
Oh no.
I keep like, I'm going too slow. Like normally the way I play these games is like holding down the run button at all times, and I'm not doing that for whatever reason while I'm trying to think and talk to you guys. It's like, yeah, I keep trying to like bounce on every little bubble, and it's like, no, that's not how I play. Just run and jump over the gaps.
Well, it's just so much fun to like bounce on everything.
It really is, yeah. Even whether it's enemies or whatever, like everything feels just good in this game, satisfying to interact with.
It's really funny actually. There's no like benefit to killing all of the enemies, but everybody kills all of the enemies the whole way through.
Yeah, you just have to. I tend to play that way most of the time anyways. Like, I'm just like, I don't know why I feel the need to like clear this room, but it must be done. But yeah, it's like, yeah, you just want to bounce on every one of these because it just looks cool. Even it feels cool and looks cool. It's a little bit of everything. And the sound design's great, the little bounce sound.
You were mentioning the what's it called? The lead that we give the camera. There's actually a setting in the menu that you can use to
like adjust
make that
that.
less. Yeah, make that less or make that more.
Nice. That's actually awesome.
But, you know, some people might find that it makes them motion sick or
Yeah.
that they just don't like it very much. And you know,
That's awesome to give that flexibility, yeah, because that's one thing I always said when we were talking about Sonic. I keep killing this enemy that I want to jump off of. But yeah, like I always thought, like, especially when they started making newer Sonic games, I was like, oh, nice, now that Sonic's in widescreen, they'll maybe actually be like a little easier to play because you'll be able to kind of see what's coming because they can lock Sonic to like, you know, further off to the side of the screen. And it's like, nope, they just still decided to not use any of that real estate. Keep Sonic right in the middle. Man, I can't hit this little skull jump here.
That's a really tricky one. You really got to get the timing right on it.
Yeah, like you got to make sure these skulls are perfectly in line with one another.
Yeah. You really gotta kind of wait till it's at the top of its thing to go onto it.
There we go.
also-
There we go.
You can also cheat a couple different ways, but
Hey.
Little
Nice.
lucky maneuver. Oh. Nice. Yeah, I love all the. Oh, wait a sec. What the heck do we have here?
Did you not find this before?
No. I kind of just like ripped through the levels before. I wasn't I didn't realize there were so many. I thought I found some secrets. Like there were a couple levels. Oh shit. I thought the door was down there. There were some levels where I was like, oh, I found all the roses, or like, oh, I saw like that first one. I knew I missed it, but I was like, okay, I know where it is. But I figured like that was the only secret I missed. But no such case here.
Yeah. Well, there's one of those swords in every level.
Oh,
Oh.
heck yeah.
no,
No, there's not.
no, there's not.
In most every level?
That was-
There's enough of them that they're in most levels of the like main story, but they're
Okay.
not
Well,
every
in the
single-
demo, there's one in every level.
Okay. Oh, snuck over there. I didn't think I was gonna make that. Here we go. Got to go back and kill all these skull buddies. Okay, that's just.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just didn't want that to be
somebody
reported.
like pulling their hair out. Like they said there was a sword on every stage.
I already
Yeah.
did that to somebody with the books because there's only 4 books and 5 stages. But
Okay.
Someone thought that there were 5 books. They're pulling their hair out.
Nice. I love too, like, again, how like the level stage. I think I said this when I played the demo the first time too, but like the level stages were like jamming out chiptune music, and then you get to the overworld and you got this kind of like, you know, pizzicato string thing going on. Like, I don't know, it's just cool stuff, like how it shifts. Again, like a good decision, or like I like how you're not like, okay, it's got to be chiptunes, you know, it's a Game Boy Color game, you know. I like that.
Yeah,
like that decision.
we like to let John go wild when we can. With Prodigal, we were trying to be a little more reserved, but you know, starting with this game and certainly with the next game, we're gonna just unlock more of his natural abilities with stuff like strings and things like that.
Nice, that's awesome. And I know one thing that you both, because you both were hanging out in the chat when I was checking this demo out for the first time on a stream. I don't think I can do it on this particular chunk of the stage because it's not needed in this level, but you can hold down up or down to like have the camera shift up or down as well if there's more verticality to the level, which is awesome as well.
Yeah, mostly we wanted to make sure that people could. Mostly we wanted to make sure that people could see down, since vertical space is a little limited.
Yeah,
It would kind of suck to drop down into a pit or something.
yeah.
Ooh, nice.
that's-
First try.
That slide movement, I feel like I've maybe seen that in like a GIF or something, but I forgot about that like dive kick almost. Can you use that as an attack?
If you time it right.
Like if you
Otherwise, you'll end up taking damage. But yeah, you can kill stuff with it.
Nice. Oh, that is sweet, and it feels so good to just like be running and then just press, you know, quickly press down and then jump and just like boom. Man, you have a lot of different like versatility for both movement and attack, like having chime to chuck around and just again just being able to kind of bop on enemies. And I feel like it's a not in any kind of bad way, but it's like a nice and forgiving hitbox in a way that like you can just kind of like you can just bounce on enemies, or they're just placed in a really nice like fashion where it's just really satisfying to just bop on them. Like again, it just makes you want to kill every last one of them, you know.
The main objective here with developing this and building her moveset and the way all the things came together was just to make sure that it was fun. I wasn't as worried about, you know, challenge or difficulty or, you know, this is the most hardcore precision platformer you've ever seen. It was more about like what feels good, what
Yeah, because you
is
could
amusing.
honestly just give me that tutorial room or a room like it, you know, to just run around in, and like it just feels good to move as this character. Like you don't even I mean, you have good level design here, but you almost don't even need that for the game to feel fun. So you add that into the mix, and it's like, oh, you have an awesome game on your hands.
it was honestly the way that Bell controls is the reason why this game has been developed for a year. Because originally, I think we were just gonna make this like a 6-month project.
Yeah.
It was like it was a 6 or 4 month project that had 5 levels, and it was gonna be kind of like Kirby 1.
Okay.
It was just gonna be pretty straightforward. We would still have like the chime abilities and stuff, but Bell was pretty basic.
Yeah.
But me being me, I tested it for so long. I was like, this is boring. This is bad. I'm changing it. And Lou was like, no, don't change it. And I was like, no, I added this. And I'm going to add this too. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And then here we are. And
yeah.
Lou, thank God puts up with me. So
hey, that's like you need that. You need to be able to like play off each other, keep each other in check to a degree, but also know that like, hey, yeah, you're maybe right, or like, hey, this is worth like exploring a little bit further, and yeah, not limiting ourselves to like maybe the original intention that we had,
Yeah.
And like just seeing shit, and just seeing the potential. I love how quick you respawn, and to the best I can tell, it's like there's no real punishment for dying. Maybe do you lose any coins that you had collected or anything, or?
You lose the coins that you've currently collected in that level. We've added a little friend on our end that hasn't been patched in yet, but his name is Winston.
Okay.
And when you die, Winston will spawn holding the coins that you just lost, so you'll have the opportunity to recollect those coins if you don't die before reaching Winston again.
Nice, that's cool. Oh, I didn't even realize. Oh, I like how there's a bunch of moves that you don't even tell about in the tutorial, like this charge jump, or not even charge. You just have to hold down and do like a little spring jump when you're not moving. Hey, what's going on, Dylan? Sorry, I've been kind of just staring at the game here. I haven't really been looking over at the chat all that much. But yeah, this game is amazing. Like easily one of my most anticipated games. I always feel like I'm like, I hope it doesn't come off like I'm just like, oh, I'm hanging out with the developers, like acting like, yeah, this game looks cool. I'm so pumped. Like I wouldn't be sitting here doing a stream with the developers if I wasn't super pumped for this game, because that would just feel too phony to me. So I truly I really think this game is amazing. Even just after playing the demo, even after just seeing it in action, like I feel like I'm very grateful that I feel like I have a pretty good eye for my own taste, at least, like where it's like it's pretty rare that like I think a game looks like it's going to be awesome and then I play it and I don't like it. Like it's usually like, oh, I think this game looks like it's going to be awesome, and then it usually is. I don't know, and yeah, I was not certainly not disappointed with this one here. I was right at the fucking checkpoint. Give me a break.
we some of the later levels get a little stingier with the checkpoints, but in these first ones especially, we tried to make it so that it would.
I've actually added a checkpoint or two on our end for the first few levels, because there were a couple parts where someone would die, and I just really didn't like it, where they were having to respawn based on how far they'd been. So I've made a couple of the earlier levels a little easier.
Yeah.
But
shit, how do I get up here?
Well, there is a way that you can, but the most reliable way is to come back with the item that you get later.
Ah, okay. But I think, just out of curiosity,
a bit of that Metroidvania influence.
Yeah, I like that. Without it being too much, because I'm usually like, I don't have the patience for playing a whole Metroidvania, especially when they're like 30 hours or something. Like if it's something like Gato Roboto, that's like perfect for me. Like, okay, cool. And that is almost barely a Metroidvania. It almost feels like it's just like 5 levels, like that just happen to be stitched together. But I like when there's like just some light and like, again, there's like, it feels like the difficulty of this game is kind of baked into just the like going for all the collectibles or looking for all the hidden swords. Like, it's a little easier if you just want to get from point A to point B, but if you want to get everything in the game, it's obviously going to be a little more challenging, not only to scour things. Okay, so where would I get that ability? Oh, so like you're talking about get the ability later in the game.
Yeah.
Oh.
And another thing that's like baked in with how the difficulty is it's a heck of a lot harder of a game when you're trying to go max speed.
Yeah.
Like watching what some of the speedrunners have been doing in this game is incredible, but they die so quickly when they mess up.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Yeah, I mean, I always tend to play. I haven't fully been here, but like if I play like Super Mario World or Mario 3, for example, like I hold down the run button at all times. Like it's never it's never let go. And that's not. I haven't quite been playing to that degree here, but I'm guessing that as I get more familiar with the game, I will get into that mode of just like, yeah, like just sprinting at all times, boom. But then you have moments like that where you're like, should I have just like like when I'm sprinting, I probably should have just skipped that first orb, you know? Like I didn't need to bounce on both of those, but you just see them and you're like, oh, they're there, I gotta bounce on it. Oh, or you just, you gotta pull back a little bit.
Yeah, there's Mins has it set up. He does all the level designing.
Okay.
So he has it set up so that there's some subtlety in the movement. He tries to make it so that you can go through without like breaking a flow.
Yeah.
But, there's definitely some nuance to it.
Yeah, you can definitely feel that. Like it's not, you can feel the levels are really tightly designed, but at the same time they're not like, there's not like a prescribed path that you're supposed to like, oh, clearly, you know, sprint and jump at this exact moment. Like it's, there's a lot of fluidity to your, or you can play really reactively to what's happening on the screen. And even on your first time through a level, you do feel like, as long as you have some moderate platforming familiarity, you do feel like you can just kind of hold down sprint and, you know, run through and rip through the levels and kind of take your chances, you know?
Yeah, it's
Oh, there we go. Oh!
He has spent a lot of time on it, agonized over it.
Well, it's paying off.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Let's see if oh, come on.
It's funny. I look at a lot of other, I don't know, like platformers these days, and so many of them are these like unforgiving precision platformer type of games.
Yeah.
That is just not my thing.
That
stuff drives me wild.
What?
So this is the antithesis of that to a degree, I think.
That's interesting, because I do think you're probably still going to get some of the people that like those kind of games into this, you know, even though it's totally different in a lot of regards. But, like, I personally do like those kind of games. Not if they're, like, brutal just for the sake of being brutal, but, like are there any in particular that you're thinking of that come to mind? Because I do tend to gravitate towards, like, even Sprout that we mentioned earlier. It's not brutal by any means, but yeah, it's like I think like 100 levels of, like, you know, pretty precise precision platforming.
I don't know anything about Sprout, but I don't know. I just think of like the B side of Celeste and stuff like that. Hang on, my dog. It's getting upset.
No worries. Yeah, that's interesting, because the B-sides of Celeste were probably my favorite part of the the game for me.
I think a lot of that is because of how the platforming in Celeste is set up as well. And, like, the more... It's very easy for it to build up on itself in terms of different interaction with mechanics. Whereas one of the things that...
oh, shit!
One of the things that we just try and do is make the character controller fun. And just have the levels be fun to move through. That's why we try and mix things up with, like, vertical parts and the horizontal parts, and having to... You know, there's the stretches where you have to go through enemies, and then there's stretches where it's more platforming. So we try and keep things kind of varied and fresh.
Yeah, and it you can feel it. Like, again, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's hitting all the marks. Ooh, I don't think I got this far in the demo when I played before. Because, again, I tend to be, well, number one, I knew we were going to do this stream potentially at the time, because we were chatting while I was doing the stream, I think, and I was like, oh, yeah, we should do this. Yeah, I kind of was like, oh, well, I know I'm going to play this game when it comes out, so I should probably just you know, wait, basically. But yeah, I totally agree with you, Soda Machine. The pain starts at the seasides. They did get brutal for me at the seasides. Oh, he
Well,
was
look,
a skater boy.
At least it's not. It's not. At least it's not. I want to be the guy. You know.
Yeah. Like where it's just that's like just brutal to be brutal. You know, it's like okay, where's the fun in this? Oh yeah, I did play this because yeah, I remember I had to do this little screen wrapping toss here, which is I'm like, how the heck do I hit this guy? Oh come on! Oh come on! I feel like I got lucky on those spikes there. What's going on?
I always forget that you can jump to the other side too.
Oh
It's like,
yeah!
I gotta stay on the platform.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's really cool. That's a really cool 3D effect in the background, and just a really cool like screen wrapping mechanic.
Yeah. So, it's funny. Originally that boss, it still operated the same way, but it looked different. He was like a knight with one of those hobby horses.
Okay.
On a carousel.
Yeah, Carousel, because I misspelled his name.
Robinson Carousel. I love it.
But that's actually where the rotating spike things that are obstacles come from, as well as the floating pig, because the original design was that spinning background would be like the merry-go-round, and so you'd have bars of things that would like come around.
Nice. This is this character is really cool. This green, I don't know, demon imp person.
Yeah, I'd say that she's one of my favorite characters to have done. I think it's the only character that is. I think it's the only character in this game that's one that I designed, because it's actually a character from Prodigal returning, and that's one of the ones I designed in that game. So.
Nice. And if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Belle make an appearance in Prodigal as well?
No.
No?
I think we made like a fake screenshot or something for April Fools that had that.
Maybe
we did a really bad Photoshop cut of Belle in the big lady room in Prodigal.
Well, I must have not took a very thorough look at it because it sold me. I was like, oh, nice. I was like, that's cool that they like, you know, did this spin-off game. Like I was at the time when I saw it, I was like, oh, I didn't realize Curse Crackers is just like a spin-off from a character from Prodigal. And I shouldn't say just. Oh, that's an enemy. I thought it was just a little dinker fish in the background. Ah, give me a break.
Got you.
Give me a break. Oh, and then I fall down a pit. Oh my god. Okay. Here we go. I keep thinking those, I think they're like TV screens in the background. I keep thinking those are like little platforms I can land on.
Yeah, we might need to change the color on them a little bit.
Or at least remove the black outline on them, probably.
Yeah, they remind me a little bit of like those pink blocks that I was able to break, or purple blocks that I was able to break on the previous stage. So I'm like, oh yeah, I must be able to land on these. And swimming feels nice, which is, you know, definitely never a guarantee in a 2D platformer.
We had a streamer the other day that was like, oh, swimming in the first batch of levels and in the demo, ballsy move. Really good.
It's kind of true.
It's pretty good.
It's kind of true. It's funny. I was just playing a demo the other day for a game called Bonzo Quest. And the swimming in that game also felt really fun, and I thought the same thing. I was like, oh man, like I don't know, maybe swimming's making a, well, I don't know if I was gonna say making a comeback. I don't know if it ever had a moment, but maybe it's finally finding its time in the sun.
When I was moving, I couldn't work, so of course I was sitting there working on my head while
nice.
I'm driving across the country, and I've just been obsessed over this idea that I had that's like a water-based platformer. I just keep bugging Lou about.
Okay.
True. He's very excited about it.
A water-based platformer.
Which, you know, sounds like a suicide attempt for a game, but
I'm
you
definitely, my interest is definitely peaked, to say the very least. Oh, what's up here? This is, I like how there's like, yeah, like you if you're not exploring, you might not even find this extra screen up here. I really like it, but at the same time, because you have like that nice UI, like you can clearly see like, oh, there's, you know, there's a rose I didn't see on that stage, or that, you know, there's still stuff I need to find on that stage, or even just the percentage of my completion percentage or whatever. You know, you just, I feel like you have a good idea. Oh, and you don't get full health from a checkpoint, you just get 1 hit point back. Nice.
I'm a bit stingy like that.
I like that. I like that. Plus, if you die, you're gonna respawn there with full health anyways. So.
Wait, that's a good point. Maybe I should make you respawn with 1 HP because you deserve to be punished for dying.
How dare you even play this game?
I love it.
Casual.
Okay, let me actually read what they said. I'm like not even paying attention. Missing 1 ingredient. Bring me some cloud flower. Okay, I got you covered. If I can find it.
We'll just make the first level of the game really hard, and then the rest of the game is like normal difficulty.
Yeah, because it's like I feel like I can probably get up here too, but yeah, maybe I need to get an item later, get that balloon situation, or maybe after I help Claire. Man, I totally thought this thing was just gonna be a, or not just, but I thought it was gonna be like a switch to just trigger something. I didn't think it was gonna be a trampoline situation. There we go. There we go. Oh.
I think this is my favorite target tester.
I like it. I really.
When people do it right, the thing that makes me so happy is they're like, "Oh, dude, that's so cool!" Because I set it up to where you do a like vault combo and then throw at the end of it. Everybody's gonna do it differently, but you know, when people do that, they get all excited about like, "Oh, that felt so good."
Like that's like the right way to do it or whatever.
I do it the same way that you do. I like throwing Chime through all the targets.
Oh, so you just you can bounce on them as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh. That, well, not anymore. But that's cool. I didn't realize that. My thought was just like, oh, I must have to, because they're targets, my brain was just like, oh, throw at the targets. But yeah, I guess Smash, it's just about, oh, little secret. And again, it's like, your brain is like kind of like, why is there this platform here? So even though this is an invisible wall, because sometimes that can be kind of annoying in games where you're just, oh, I gotta run against and slide against every invisible wall in the game or every wall in the game to see if there's an invisible wall. But like here, there's like just enough of a hint without, you know, giving it away.
We try to telegraph things as best we can.
Yeah. It's very...
Well, actually, you can go in and interact with that little, that thing that was in there.
Wow, backseat gamer Lulupaw.
That's right.
Hey, that's perfect timing because I died anyways, so head on back there. So I'm guessing I gotta maybe press up. Yeah, okay, that's what I missed. Okay. Some kind of hieroglyphic.
Yeah, spoiler Lulupaw. Leaker Lou and Spoiler Lou.
I love it. Little sneak peek here. Oh! Giving me a little assistance. Yeah, I love how, like, how polished, again, because sometimes, you know, like, sometimes you boot up a demo and you can clearly tell, like, okay, it's like, this is just a rough around the edges prototype, or, you know, just kind of a proof of concept or whatever. This is not the case here. Like, this is what the game is essentially going to be like. Or, you know, maybe you will polish it more, but it doesn't feel like it's, like, missing any level of polish. As far as, like, if this was the stage that released for the full game, it's like, oh yeah, this game feels done to me as far as these levels go. I feel like there might be something down here.
That's
Damn
certainly
it!
our objective, but I'm sure Lou and I both have things that we look at that are like, I wish I'd fixed that in time, or I wish I'd tweaked that in time.
Yeah, like
We're
it's...
both unfortunately perfectionists, so
I know...
we kind of work ourselves to death on that front.
Yeah, I know the feeling when it comes to playing in, like, the bands I've played in and stuff. It's just like, especially when it comes to, like, recording an album, you know, you just never want to, like, let it go and be like, this is the final version of, like, this is the official version of this song. It's like, no, I don't know. Like, what if I write a new, like, you know, we're still playing it live and, like, there's a new little tweak to the riff or something, and it's like, I wish that was the way I recorded it. You know, it
It's
just
alright.
like
You gotta label it like this is the 2020 version. You know.
yeah, exactly. And sometimes it just feels good to let it go. Like you just got to get it out of your system and like you know, move on. Oh, Cloudflower. Oh shit! I wonder if I can make it back there. I wonder if I can backtrack all the way there. I bet you I can. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I'm gonna try. Shit.
Go for it.
Yeah, I like how there's like a more of like a rhythm to the swimming. Like you can kind of get into like I don't know, the way you like sink and whatever. Like it just feels like there's a good timing and flow to the rhythm of the swimming.
I think I spent a couple days on it.
Nice.
That's what whenever we're doing something, I sit there and just do it over and over and over and over again until it doesn't annoy me. And that's generally a pretty good metric of whether it feels good to a normal person or not. Because as we've previously discussed, my patience levels are very, very low.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, I can die and bring the Cloudflower. Take a little shortcake. Shortcut. I should say.
Oh no.
Shortcut with my sky cakes. Beautiful. Oh, I love how the music changes when you bust out the ability. That's really cool. And I can just use that at free will, or how does that work?
you can use them at the baking stands, or you can purchase them from the shop and use them anywhere.
Oh, so it's a one-time use kind of thing.
Mhm.
Ah. Interesting.
Because, you know, if they were unlimited use, people could break a lot
Yeah.
of levels very easily, so it had to be a one-time use.
Yeah, for sure. You got to be like, okay, I'm going for that secret area. I'm going to buy one of these and take it in with me and take that approach.
Yeah, you can also use some of these powers to skip levels or rooms that you don't particularly like or find annoying, so it
Nice.
can also be used for that to make the game easier.
Nice. I feel like, oh, what am I doing? Trying to jump on this freaking flaming skull like a dumbass. Okay. Chow down.
What were you gonna say, Lou? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I don't even remember.
That's me
I
every
think-
time I'm streaming. Just like, wait, what was I in the middle of saying again?
I think I was going to say the same thing you said about skipping areas that you didn't particularly care for.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I do like how the levels feel like open-ended, but not in a way. Again, like I feel like I've been a broken record about this lately because I just played Yoshi's Crafted World recently and really loved that game like a lot. And Yoshi's Island is a game that I feel like personally suffers from just being a little too open-ended. Even like the Sonic games, the 2D Sonic games, it's like there's just too many paths you can take. And if you're somebody like me who like tries to explore a lot, like you just always feel like you're missing something, and where like this game, just the levels are like bite-sized, or not bite-sized isn't the right word, but they're like scoped in a way that like you don't mind replaying them again, and like I don't know, it just feels like it's really thoughtfully designed in that regard.
Yeah, we tried to hit a good balance between a level feeling not too long but long enough.
Oh, we got the shop right here.
And I think that Min did a pretty good job when it comes to that.
You're that a pretty good job. I could do better. Damn it. Now you go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, I really like this purchase a cursed skull, instant death. Like if you want to, again, like optional, make it extra hard for yourself, but also rack up some serious coinage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so sweet. This is a cool little area. Again, like all the little details that like just build the world a little bit. Like, oh, cool, there's like a little shop area with a giant, huge dog that you can pet. And
So actually, that is one area that we're going to be doing more with is the shop.
nice.
We have a few more NPCs that we're going to put there, and some other stuff. So
Nice. Let's get that springboard action. Yeah, just all the... Like, it almost feels like you're playing a Game Boy Color game on Super Nintendo somehow. I don't know how to explain that, but that's almost how it feels.
the Super Game Boy.
Yeah. God, that thing was awesome. Especially when the games that like had like the extra like color palettes or whatever that like did almost make it feel like an NES game or whatever.
Yeah. They had the special borders as well.
Yeah. I was recently playing through, not all the way through, I didn't beat it, and I think I had to, I don't think I deleted my save progress on accident, but I was playing through the Donkey Kong 94 on Game Boy. And just such a good game. I actually had never really played it much. I was aware of, like, that it, you know, like how it kind of flips the script on Donkey Kong a little bit, but, that game's amazing. Have either of you played that one? By chance?
I've not.
I was like, your
But
silence
I've
makes me
seen
think.
Some of it. I've
Yeah.
seen some of it.
The level design is just incredible, and honestly, a lot of like Mario's movement set in like the 3D days nowadays, I feel like was born in that game. Like the handstand and the triple jump and the flip and all that stuff like was all kind of born in that game. I feel,
Interesting.
which is cool to see. Shit. Dying like a chump here. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, get that rose.
I think Min nerfed
Shit.
the death wall a little bit.
Made
Not
it.
quite as aggressive as it used to be during the earlier parts of our testing.
Okay. It's kicking my ass.
I'm such a sweet lad.
Oh. Oh, army crawl go. Damn it. No, it's not. You didn't.
That's my favorite part of that room. Is the crawl. Everybody hates it so much and they get so stressed out.
You just gotta watch it happen. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe I'll make it, but you pretty much know it's not gonna happen. Here we go, though. Learning the lay of the land a little bit.
There you go. There you go.
Outrun that death wall. Taunt it even. We'll run on the goal line of the end zone real quick. Oh shit! Ah! Okay.
I love the delayed gratification of like hearing the screams and then getting to see what happened a few seconds later.
Yeah. Oh, what's this here? Some kind of mailbox? Some kind of book? I don't know. Played some kind of cool music.
Yeah, that's one of the secret collectibles, like the sword.
Oh, okay,
Which
nice.
Currently, you don't get any payoff for, because it's all stuff for the full game. But they'll all do some different neat things.
That's cool, because honestly, stuff like that for me, like, I don't even need the payoff. Like, the payoff is just that I got to see more of a level that was fun to play, you know? Like, that's enough payoff for me, in a lot of cases. Okay, let's try to springboard on some of these. Yeah, but yeah, it's got to feel good to get them all in one combo. There we go.
Definitely, if you can pull it off, it definitely does feel cool.
Yeah. I feel like a chump just... Oh, wait, wrong way. That's where I just came from, I think. Yeah, if I can't even remember which way I'm going in this game, imagine me in a Metroidvania. I'm just constantly pausing the game and opening the map. That's the main problem I have, is like I'm not playing the game most of the time. I'm just looking at the inventory or checking items or, you know.
I'm the same way. I'll end up walking past the area that I was trying to go to, just because I'm more focused on playing the game than going wherever else.
Becoming so anti-map in games. Honestly.
Yeah, me too.
I
too.
I think developers use it as like a crutch to not make places memorable or not even try to make things distinct.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, we'll just throw another icon on it, and this one's called Rivendell or whatever. It's fine. It can look like the other elven. It'll look like all the other elven settlements. We don't have to make new assets or anything.
Yeah. Oh, this is a really cool boss. If I can figure out how to hit this fool. Okay, oh, I gotta do a little shredding. Let's go. Let's go.
I like how it looks like she has kiss makeup on when she's in these frames. It cracks me up.
I gotta jump on their head. Yeah, it is pretty good. It's so good. This game has so much charm and personality. It's like, it almost hurts. In a good way. It hurts so good, John Mellencamp style.
We'll kill you with the personality.
There we go. That's cool in the end. Like the spikes of the mohawk go away. Like, oh, it's so good. Boom. All right, let's shred, baby. Oh, way longer combo.
I think my favorite. I love throwing the guitar. I think that just looks so funny.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. God, yeah, it just feels so good to springboard off these enemies. Oh shit, this is gonna be tough. I'm terrible at these kind of like mini-game-esque inputs. There we go. There we go.
Luckily, you've got a pretty generous time frame to do it in.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Oh. Ooh, I was just about to say, is that the whole demo? I didn't expect to be able to walk up here. It looks like we got another hidden sword area over here. Or like the land of the hidden sword.
The land of
Oh.
the hidden swords.
That's cool. All the ones you find just end up here. Whoa, maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
This isn't important at all. You don't really need to worry about it. Collecting the swords is strictly for fun and silliness. So don't sweat this at all.
But like for fun in the sense that, like, again, it's just like the reward is just like finding more of the levels, because you're like, oh, I obviously had to play more of the game to find where the sword was. I love this. I can't tell if you're kidding or not. Yeah,
I was kidding, to be clear.
yeah, I was like, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not, but I love that. Yeah, heating up that sword, baby. I gotta juice that thing up with some power. Yeah, like, again, all this UI stuff where, again, obviously you get the flag. I'm assuming that just means you beat the stage, like completed it.
Right.
Oh, okay, so are there 3 of those letter things on every stage?
So if you go to Belle's house, you can see what those are.
Okay.
I'll give you a little hint.
Let's see, let's head on in. I love this like acorn hut.
He's got that little box down there.
Oh, even this little like ring that you can swing on is so cool. Okay, where's this box here? Oh, okay, nice. Break the targets, beat a level quickly, hit the goal from far away. Oh, nice. How far away? Interesting.
It's based on Chime's flight distance, so you'll have some rooms that are small where you have to line him up to bounce around the room to hit the goal to get enough distance.
Okay,
So-
nice. Okay, so let's try to get one here on the first stage with, now that I've played some of these. Let's try to rip through and get a timing. Well, not if I go the wrong way.
Believe in you. You can do it.
Maybe I
This
still
is your
can.
time to shine.
Yeah, show off my my Mario fake speedrunning skills. I always call it like, I like pretending that I'm speedrunning, basically, you know?
You don't know any of the real speedrunning strategies.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm just going as fast as I can. Oh, was I able to do like a dash there?
You did the long jump.
It seemed like I did like another like almost like dash like after that even. But yeah, all these like almost like shortcut paths. I can't tell if this is a shortcut down here, but it almost feels like I could squeeze up there. But now I'm getting sidetracked instead of just trying to go fast. Like a dumbass. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Too good to be true. That was that was amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think about when I'm doing the levels. Is like different ways people can combo different actions in order to feel like they're crushing it.
Yeah, like again, yeah, feeling like you're a speedrunner even when you're really just, you know, beating the level like an average, you know, average everyday gamer.
Gotta feel like Spider-Man.
I am Spider-Man.
Oh, here we go. Okay, did I get the time? Let's see. No?
No,
Oh.
too slow.
Oh, okay, so if I wouldn't have ran the wrong way first, let's try that again.
You're too slow.
Okay.
You really
I love
really
that
gotta be
thought.
zooming.
Hey, it's as long as it's not as aggressive as the timers in the like time trials in the Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze are like just insane. Like you literally have to be doing like that speed roll the entire time. It's nuts.
The times, I think, used to be 1 second under what my best time would be.
Jeez.
Because I know that players are generally better than I am. But I think we nerfed them pretty heavily by like 20 seconds or something.
Okay.
So
Well, definitely.
it should be much more attainable than previously.
I'm curious to see if I like here. I feel like I'm ripping through this pretty good here. As long as I don't make any huge glaring mistakes, I feel like I should be able to get this. Oh, wait a sec. And what happens as far as like if I were to die? Is it just like a real-time timer essentially from when you start the level to when you...
Yeah, it's from when you start. We're going to be putting in a pocket item that's going to be like the cursed stopwatch or something silly like that. So when you die, it'll just reset the level and reset the timer for people that are just trying to get speed medals. So it'll make that easier for them.
Nice. Okay, give me that timer. There it is. There it is.
Look at that,
Nice.
a pro gamer. Wow.
That's what it's all about, baby.
I didn't even know that you could get it without having to do
jumping?
the long jump. Yeah.
I told you it was nerfed pretty heavily. It's been made much more friendly.
Sure, but even then.
I like that though, because like yeah, that was what made the Donkey Kong Country one a little bit annoying, at least for my taste. Is like you basically like you had to do this like roll mechanic at all times, where it's like, oh god, man, talk about unfun. But yeah, it would be nice if like in this case right here, if it was like yeah, if I'm just going for that timer, if it like reset it
Yeah.
automatic, yeah, that would be cool with like an item or
That's-
something.
That's the plan, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh man, I didn't even get the targets on this one. Pathetic.
Pathetic.
You are completely pathetic. I don't know if you guys were ever wrestling fans.
No.
That was Stone Cold, the intro to Stone Cold's theme song. Believe it or not.
I just never got into that.
You're not-
side of things, I guess.
You're not missing much. I had my cousin was really into it growing up, and he was like kind of like the person who got me into like music and got me into a bunch of other stuff growing up. And then some of my friends, when I moved here to Chicago, were really into it. So it was like it's always been like an excuse for me to get together with people that I know in my life that really like it. But otherwise, I'm kind of like, yeah, this is kind of obnoxious. Otherwise.
There's an attractive aspect to it, but it's almost, for me at least, it's almost like it's not like dramatic or scripted enough, you know?
Yeah, it's like too cheesy too. Like it's just, I don't know. It just feels like a really lazy form of entertainment. I don't know. I mean, I know everyone works hard on it, the people involved in it, but most of at least WWE seems like just a garbage company full of garbage people. So it's just hard to kind of root for them.
Well, that's showbiz, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I feel like a total chump that I never got the targets on this one, but I don't know. Do you guys feel like there's anything else I'm like missing showing off on the demo, or anything worth like discussing? Like, oh man, like, you know, or any like I don't know plans with this, or plans for, I know you mentioned another game, but it seems like probably keep that one, you know, sort of in the back pocket for the time being. Man, I want to go for the time here as well.
Right now, the demo, so a big thing that the demo doesn't show off right now is a lot of the world building and character interaction stuff that we have put into the game and are still putting into the game. And I think that's going to be, for the people who like that kind of stuff, is going to be really cool. But otherwise, I think that's about all the demo has to offer.
Yeah, and I gotta say though that I love that you've got like like you have the option for like I'm somebody who to be honest, like the way it's presented for stuff like this with like a more retro influence and where it's not like interrupting every, where it's like some games like can be a little bit much with the like story bits, and I'm like, this, it can be much. So I like that there's the option to have the arcade mode if you just want to rip through the levels and get your retro platforming on. You can just kind of do that as well. But the way this is presented here, even though I am somebody who tends to gravitate towards the arcade mode, I feel like I just saw that target area back there. Or at least an area that I didn't explore last time. But yeah, I like that there's that option for playing for someone like me. Basically just whatever way you want to play. I like that a lot. Oh yeah, I didn't go here before.
Well, even in the adventure mode, you're going to be able to play through the main game, which would still be what you would play through an arcade mode as well, without going through, like, you don't have to interact with the other NPCs. You can just jump right into each level and play through the game that way. So we sort of the same with Prodigal. We try and make a lot of that
optional extra content that enriches the world and enriches the experience, but you're not like forced to engage with it.
Right. You're not like missing out on learning mechanics because you didn't talk to, whatever story beat in the game or whatever. Yeah. It just seems like, I gotta get the key first, you dumb ass, man. Now I'm gonna die here. Even when I saw the key.
I'm a big fan of making side content optional and not feel like it's forced to do.
Yeah.
Some of that it can be really unpleasant. Oh, you accidentally unlocked the door with Chime.
Oh!
That's amazing.
So Chime can like hold the key?
Yeah, Chime can unlock doors.
That's cool. I love this, again, like on this stage here too, like this secret, it's like, well, obviously I gotta do a little exploring, but it's like, oh, there was clearly that, I got the key already. Okay, so it stays unlocked, okay. But it's like, okay, why is there that one spot where the spikes are missing? Like, it's like just telegraphed enough. Oh, and it's not the targets, it's the sword. Interesting. And interesting that the sword isn't one of the 3, but I guess you said it's not on every single level, so.
Yeah. And we also wanted, like, kind of going back to the idea of optional side content, those swords and books and other things will unlock stuff in the game, but it's all like optional additional content that, I don't want people to feel like they have to do, particularly since some of the swords and books are a little tricky to find.
Right.
So I want people to feel like they can keep going on with their gameplay speed however they want to and not be like, oh, I missed a sword, I need to keep playing this level.
Right, over and over and over again. And that's where the world map definitely comes in and helps too, so you can just, find, there we go.
Another thing that we're actually, at least I'm wanting to do this, and I'm going to bully Min until he does it, is put in an NPC that you can like pay so much money and he'll give you like a hint for where you can find one of the hidden collectibles.
Okay.
I
like that.
Not
yeah.
Give everything away, but sort of like, I don't know if you ever played Paper Mario.
Yeah. Funny enough, we were just talking about that in the Discord last night. But yeah.
Yeah. So where it's kind of like a hint about the location.
Yeah, and it's a lot of times like those hints too are almost like even more like world buildy anyways, at least the way it's done in Paper Mario. It just kind of like, just is like, oh, here's another character to just add more charm and, whatever to the game that are,
Just hit the button. Just add a new character. It's not hard. It won't be complicated. There's no work involved. It won't be any bugs. Just add a new character, Lulu Pop.
Yeah, that's right. Just hit the new character button. It's easy.
Yeah, create a new Game Boy Color character. That's.
So I'm gonna have to write another 41-page document.
I love that though, because you can really tell though that like it isn't just like I'm just slapping a we need this character. Here's a character. It's like, oh, here's a cool giant dog that you can pet in the shop area. Like, I don't know. There's just like a lot of love and care put into every last little detail put into this game, it seems. And let's utilize this jump trick here.
We added like 8 characters or something to help do some fleshing out and add a little extra character interactions to the game. And it took me like 3 days and 41 pages of writing, and I still have to do another draft on it. So at Luce, anytime he says add another character, I just like snap a little bit.
Yeah. So wait, what is that?
Especially when it's one that's giving hints for every single collectible in the game.
So wait, what's the L for again? What am I?
Long shot. So in boss levels, since there's not a target to hit from far away, you don't take damage on a boss.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. I was like, yeah, I feel like I didn't do anything special over there. But heck yeah, this demo is fantastic. Easily one of my most anticipated games. Like I take it somewhat with a grain of salt because this is like very much a game like made for my tastes, I guess. But at the same time, like I'm pretty picky about what I like. Like we were talking about earlier, like 10, 15 minutes with a game if I'm kind of like, I'm not clicking with the controls, or I'm, it's just it's a little annoying, or the tutorial's too long, or any reason. Like there's just so many awesome games out there. It's very easy for me to just say, you know what? I think I'm gonna play something else instead, or I'm just not in the right mood for this right now. But this game is like, everything I've seen of it in action, playing it in action, it feels every bit as good as it looks. It's just amazing. I don't know what else to say. I don't want to be a broken record gush fest here, but it's awesome stuff.
Very much.
Yeah. Thanks for spending some time on a Saturday hanging out and playing through the demo and chatting about it.
Happy to.
Yeah, this is awesome stuff. I'm glad we've sunk up for this. I've been trying to do a few more of these here and there, and I'm hoping to keep it up as more of a thing. Yeah, it kind of started as like sort of a random. I had messaged, and I don't know if I had mentioned this to either of you guys, but the developer of Tiny Folks, Pierre Vandermason, I had messaged him, like he had sent me a copy of, it's like a turn-based strategy, kind of more like a larger strategy game, but kind of bite-sized at the same time. But I was like, oh yeah, I might take a look at this on a stream. I was like, if you want to, hop by and hang out, let me know. And I was thinking like he would just hang out in the chat and, be typing and whatever. And he was like, yeah, let me know if you want to call and whatever. And I was like, oh man, I've never done that before. But I was like, but if you want to try it out and, try it out for the first time, and it went so well, I was like, oh, let's do some more of these. And yeah, when you guys were hanging out, when I was taking a first look at this the other day, I was like, oh, no brainer. Let's do this if you guys are down.
Yeah, this is fun. I love. We've done 1 or 2 of these as well, and it's always a blast just to talk with people and watch them play. So thank you very much.
Yeah, and enjoy. What do you guys got going on for the rest of the weekend? Any exciting plans or anything? Or
I have to go paint a picture of a baby. So.
Oh, okay. What, for any particular reason? If it's something you can share.
It's for, so, gosh, it's a long story. So the, like, yard game, like, cornhole, right?
Yeah.
So my family is making a custom one of those, and for reasons that are too complicated to go into, I'm drawing the Gerber baby on it.
Yes.
So,
I love it. I'm assuming it's just some kind of like family inside joke or something like that, but that's amazing. And I love that they're just like, oh, you're an artist, right? You can go just paint us a Gerber baby on a thing. Or maybe you offered to do it, I don't know. But
well, my sister's actually done most of it, but she didn't want to draw the Gerber baby because she thought it would just be too annoying. I'm like, well, I'll do it. It's the perfect thing for part of this inside joke that we have here. So
yeah, I thought you were gonna say she would be like too creeped out by looking at like the baby staring back at her while she paints it. Weirdly enough, not to be, maybe this is weird, I don't know, but as a kid, like when we were really young, like, or I guess as I grew up and I'm the oldest of 2 other siblings in my family, and like when my brother was a baby, he's 6 years younger than me roughly, my dad would be like, he would sometimes eat the banana baby food, and he was like, Kev, you gotta try this. And it's like, It's pretty dang good. Like every once in a while, I would get a craving. I haven't bought it in years, but I would like every now and then I'd just be like walking through the aisles at the grocery store and just be like, you know what? I'm gonna buy like 5 of these.
So you're the reason for the baby food shortage.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, man, that banana baby food. If they're out of the banana and none of the combination, like if it's like banana strawberry, like every now like one time I was like, oh, look at all these varieties. Like I kind of always was just like, it's all about the banana, and there's a reason. It's all about the banana. There's just something about the consistency that they puree it to. It's like, oh man, it's delicious. Recommended highly.
All right, I'll put that on my to-do list.
Yeah. To each their own. Like I've definitely been ridiculed by pretty much every person I've ever told that I do that, but I haven't done it in years. But man, it's pretty good. Yeah, banana candy's the best. There you go. Although I gotta admit that I'm not usually the biggest fan of banana candy, but I'll get around to it one day. But how's it going, by the way, Kixie? Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I think we can probably pretty much wrap it up there. I might end up doing some more streaming later today or this weekend, but in the meantime, yeah, I don't know. Everybody enjoy the rest of the weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy painting that Gerber baby. Playing some cornhole or whatever. Anything, was that Lou, you said you're doing that painting?
Yeah.
Min, you got anything going on?
I'm just working, just doing these dumb NPCs that we had to ask.
Hey, it's got to be done. It's got to be done.
Yeah,
gotta
gotta be done.
Got to buy those items from somebody, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Heck yeah, but yeah, thanks everybody
for the chat, dude.
Yeah, thanks for hanging, guys. Thanks for hanging out, everybody in the chat. Soda Machine, I know there's a bunch of people. I got this chat kind of blown up. But Dylan, Lara, there's a few others I think I might be missing, or maybe it's just Minbron. But yeah, thanks for hanging, everybody, and I'll also be uploading this later on to the YouTube channel and everything too. So if you missed it, you can watch it later. So, but yeah, thanks for hanging, guys, and take care, everybody.
See ya.